Hello class, my name is Ivy Medina, and today I'm going to look at data sets from DC public schools, specifically their high schools, in comparison to the median family income and how well they perform on their English language arts tests, as well as their mathematics standardized tests. As you can see here, I have different data elements talking about the different levels. As you can see from this chart here, Level 1 indicates inadequate, level 2 is below satisfactory, level 3 is satisfactory, level 4 is proficient, and level 5 is mastery. Anything above level 3 indicates that the student will perform well in the upcoming grade. So specifically just focusing on high school, median family income. I have some different data sets here. However, I'm not going to use that for my tutorial, so I'm going to just jump right in. So moving along to Tableau, I'm going to bring that screen up. Here you can see I have multiple screens up, so I'm just going to go here to data source. And if I wanted to, as you can see, I've already pulled in the data, but if I wanted to start from scratch, I would go to the data tab, pull in new data source, and then I would find the file that I was looking for. I've already pre-populated that, so you can see it here, how it comes across. All the information that I had on that Excel spreadsheet, you can see right here. So I want to take a look. As you can see, I've already started playing around with the data in different ways, but I'm going to create a new sheet. For this sheet, I'm going to focus specifically on English language arts. So what I'm going to do here is the most important information I'm going to need is the schools. So I'm going to pull the schools in here. Null, I'm just going to remove that because that's not any data that I need specifically. And then what I'm going to do here for the columns, I'm going to pull in, again, I'm just focusing on English language arts. So I'm going to pull that here. And as you can see, first level of information, the various high schools, you can see the ELA proficiency level. So this means that 61 students are proficient in that school for Columbia Heights. Let's say I want to look at the schools that are performing at the mastery level. So what I'm going to do is going to take that from wrong one. That's just percentage. So I'm going to take level 5 at the mastery level, and I'm going to move it over to my color block right here. The darker the color block, obviously, it means that more students are proficient. So as you can see here in Woodrow Wilson, you have 93 students performing at the mastery level in comparison to Anacostia High School, where only 3 students are performing at a proficient level, but none are performing at the mastery level. So let's look at size. So let's see who's performing at an inadequate level. So level 1 right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to size right here. And you can see that it changes the size of the bar right here. If I wanted to look at this in a different way, you could click on the Show Me tab. And if I wanted to just change my bar chart, I can do that here. If I want to say it this way or this way, I can do that here. But let's say I want to look at the median family income on top of that. So hopefully this works correctly because this is a different chart that I'm using, but I'm going to drag that right here. And as you can see here, that does change slightly. The darker tabs here indicate that obviously this school is the median family in school. The median family income at Woodrow Wilson High School is $220,000. I want to change that. So let's just change the colors. I can edit my colors here, move from automatic. I want to go from gold to green. Hit OK. There you go. You can see the different colors here. But I want to change this to look different. Let's say I want to go to a line. I can see that here. Now, if I wanted to, let's see, look at level 3. versus level 2. Is that here? If I click on level 2, I want to do a dual access, and now you can see that here. But I don't want to see that like that. Let's change that chart. I want to move from line to bar. And now you can see that here. I still have this right here. Let's change that. I'm going to make this all bar. So actually, I don't want to see the percentage. I want to actually see the levels. So let's go to level 3. Let's go to level 2. And then you can see that. Hit dual access. And I don't want to see measure value, so let's take that out. And I want to change this to bar. There you go. So you can see the different levels here. Side by side. All right. So moving along, I want to move over and see if I can create a new sheet with that shows both the math and the English. So I'm going to create a new sheet here. Again, I'm going to scroll up, grab my school name. I am going to actually start at the column level, and then I am going to go down to my ELA proficiency. I'm going to move that into rows. So you can see that here. Then I'm going to go down to my math section, and I am going to move that also into my rows. And as you can see, that created 2 bar charts. So what I'm going to do is right click on that, and I am going to hit dual access. I don't like how this looks, so what I'm going to do is change that. So obviously all of them, you can see it changed to these different balls on the screen. So I'm going to change that to bar, and that put that back to this chart. This null, I'll just get rid of that. It keeps pulling in that different data element. So what I want to do is on top of that, I want to see the median family income. So I am going to drop that as a label here. And as you can see, it did do a dual label. And for some reason, I have to figure out how to get rid of that. But you can see for the school here, for instance, Benjamin Banneker, 80 students performed at that level. The ELA was very small, so it's kind of hard to see. So let me focus on a school where you have both. So McKinley High School, you see here 99% of the students were proficient. If you scroll down here, you see 28 performed at the proficient level. So a good way to see how both the students compared to both for their ELA and their math proficiency. Now let's see if I want to add some additional colors. I want to see if I want to change the colors here. Let's see. ELA, I want to change it orange. I can do that. So you can see that a little differently. If I want to go to all colors, I can change the same colors, but I don't want to do that because they can't really see the different levels here. So math here. Let's see, that's ELA, sorry. I just changed ELA. If I want to do math, I can actually change that here. Let's see, let's do green. Green pops out a little bit more. That didn't take. No, it still didn't take. And that is okay. As you can see in the math section, say I wanted to also see who performed at the inadequate level. So I am going to put that as a size. So as you can see here, that changed the size of the bar. So right here, let's see, this is School Without Walls. You have 0 students performed at the inadequate level, which is a good indication. Median family income is at 188, which is a good amount. And then here you go to, let's see, let's look at one that has a little fatter of a bar. Right here you have Eastern High School, where you have 38 students perform at the inadequate level and only 3 perform at the proficient level. And that school, the median family income is fairly high. It's at 146,827. So it's kind of hard to tell why that is, why that school did not perform well. Obviously, there's more information that is behind why that school did not perform well. So Columbia High School, as you can see here, the ELA proficiency is at 61, and their math proficiency is at 16. 29 students performed at the level 1 level. But let's just say I wanted to look at the ELA and see what else I can look at. So ELA, what I'm going to do is I want to see which students performed at the mastery level. So I'm going to take that here. I'm actually going to go to label. And as you can see here, it dropped in a little bit more information. So now if I hover over that tab right here for Benjamin Banneker, I can see that 39 students performed at the level 5 mastery level. So with this information, what I want to do is just scroll over. I want to create a new dashboard. So I'm going to click right here. Actually, I'm going to go to dashboard. As you can see, I've already started creating different dashboards with some of the other Excel spreadsheets that I had here. Just kind of showing you some of the different sheets I've created in the past. So it's quite interesting what you can actually do with this. So I'm just going to go to dashboard here. I'm going to click new dashboard. And I am going to drop in one of the dashboards I just created. Yes, it looks a little weird. It's very condensed. Let's see if I can move this over. Let's see. Let's change that to 200. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Not so much. Actually made it look smaller. And then I'm going to take another sheet just to play around with it. Let's move this out the way. Maybe that gives me more space. Not really. And I'm going to, there's another sheet that I had. Put it right here. If I wanted to take this, if I wanted to map this across, I think it's right here. Map this across both charts. What I can do here is, not floating. Let's see. Format legends. For some reason, it's not working. It's probably because I don't have my I don't have a lot of formatting on this. I'm going to pause there. Just different ways that you can create different data sets to look at the information that you want. Obviously, the last one that I created, it just shows you both the comparison of the ELA and the math in comparison to the schools and the median family income. I hope you learned something today. You can certainly just keep playing around with the different charts and just, use the data that you want to paint the story that you want to tell. Thanks.